Pastor and First Lady Fowler, and the Smyrna Church family. We say welcome in Jesus' name. Our services are as follows. Each Sunday morning at 10 a.m. is Sunday school, 11 a.m. is morning worship, and Wednesday nights from 5:30 to 6:30 p.m. is our Bible study. Today at 3 o'clock p.m., Pastor Ronald Corbett and his saints from the Charity Apostolic Church will render service here, and the youth department will be in charge of the service. We ask that you mark your calendars for Sunday, June the 23rd at 3 o'clock p.m. Bishop Fowler and congregation will render service in Asheville, North Carolina, where the pastor is Pastor Gates. We have an outside announcement. The 14th Annual Holy Convocation of the United Cornerstone Churches International will convene June the 19th through the 21st, 2019. Chief Apostle, Apostle James H. Carter. The services will begin nightly at 7 o'clock. And the speakers are Elder Vander Purcell Jr. from the Sanctuary of Greensboro, North Carolina, Bishop Terry Young, Morning Star Baptist Church, Burlington, North Carolina, and Apostle Brandon Thompson, Gospel Feast, Empowerment of Faith, High Point, North Carolina. And this flyer will be out in the foyer. On our prayer list, we have Mother Graves, Mother Black, Mother Horton, Mother Broadnax, Mother Moorhead, Sister Jackie Brown, Vicki Patterson, Brother Vincent Ryan, Brother Robert Fuller, the Settled family in bereavement, our President and our nation. Our thought for the week, in God there is no failure. We ask that you bear the announcements in mind in Jesus' name.
Praise the Lord, saints. Praise the Lord. Praise Him, praise Him. We thank the Lord for just a great service this morning. I tell you, beautiful. He sells a big hand. I think it's spiritual. We just thank God for saints. We more days on Monday, as I'm speaking about, and the president's out of the United States and he's traveling. He died at his ceremony before he left. We thank God for that. We are leaving, the veterans are leaving. I had some free bus tickets, but it got away. We're going to Washington Memorial to leaving tonight. We had a trip there and back. Also going to the Black Museum, going to the wall, the veterans' names on the wall. So we are, this time is just to respect, like I was saying, the ones that sacrifice the ultimate price of their lives. And the women that lost husbands and sons and brothers in these conflicts. And the ones that are not lost are really bad. For the health of some is gone. Many really, really need prayer. We just thank God for a lot going on. Do you pray for Mother Grace and her family? Pray for the saints. All saints are getting older. Go by and see them, check on them, call them. That's why they're not here. But check on our seniors. Amen? Amen. The book of Luke, 7th chapter. You might not be a senior now, but one day if you live, you're going to be a senior. Amen? Just keep living. You'll get there. You'll get there. You get there quick and you realize. Amen. But if you keep living, you will get there. Like it was January, just a few days ago, and that's almost June. Yes, right. Let's see, Chris and her son being with us, all the saints. Pray for we was talking this morning about the youth and how different people have different approaches with youth, reaching the youth, and all of these approaches are good. People spending lots of money trying to reach the youth. My thing about it, don't leave out the old and the middle age too. Amen. Just don't try to reach one group, reach all groups. Amen? Reach everybody. Put your energy and your money into the seniors, children, middle age, because everybody needs Jesus. Everybody needs the Lord. So we thank God for people giving us stuff for our community building, food table we've gotten, somebody giving us some other things. So the Lord is blessing. But I don't care how much stuff you get, you're going to leave here. You're going to leave it all. Amen. You're going to leave it all. You're going to leave it. So you might as well realize that you're going to leave here and somebody else will enjoy what you've left. Amen. That's a fact. That's a fact. They're going to enjoy the stuff you worked hard for. Yeah, they're going to enjoy it. But that's part of life in the sense. We should leave the world better than when we first got here. Now when he had ended all his sayings in the audience of the people, he entered into Capernaum. And a certain centurion servant who was dear to him was sick and ready to die. And when he heard of Jesus, he sent unto him the elders of the Jews, beseeching him that he would come and heal his servant. And when he had come to Jesus, they besought him instantly, saying, that he was worthy of whom he should do this. For he loved our nation and has built us a synagogue. Then Jesus went unto him, and when he was near, not far from his house, the centurion sent friends to him, saying unto him, Lord, trouble not thyself, I'm not worthy that thou should enter under my roof. The thought is none of us is worthy. Not one in this building is worthy of what the Lord has bestowed upon us. Amen. Many of us should be in jail. Yes. Many of us should be homeless. Many of us should be in a rest home somewhere, but God has kept your body healed. Yes. It should have been a mental institution, but God touched your mind. Thank you, Lord. Amen. Amen. Saints get sick too. Yes. Saints die. Amen. Amen. Just because you're saved doesn't mean you're not going to have some trouble in your life. Things come out of nowhere. I don't care how saved you get, you still going to have some trouble. Job's a man of a few days and what? Full of trouble. Maybe yours is not here yet, but it's coming. Amen. God got something for all of us. And the purpose of all these things happening is to humble us. Sometimes we get big-headed, we get bigger than ourselves. But God will allow things to happen so you, like Paul, he gave him a thorn in the flesh so he would stay humble. Yes. Sometimes God does things. We get excited because things are going our way and things are pleasant, our children are doing well. But all of a sudden, they're like the storm breaks out in our lives. Yes. But God can calm the storm. Yes, he can. I tell you, saints of God, it's good to know the Lord. Yes. I said it's good to know the Lord. I said it's good to know the Lord. Amen. Glory to God. I tell you, it's good to know him, son. He's good. I already know the president, I already know the vice president. That's good. But I'm talking about a man that knows everything. I'm talking about a man that knows when you sleep. He knows when you're woke. He knows when you're feeling bad. I'm talking about a man that knows everything. His name is what? Jesus. Glory to God. I was looking at something on Facebook, and it showed Christ as being Caucasian, then it showed Christ as being something else. I ain't gonna say what it was. But all of us wrong. God is not he don't have a physical form. He's a spirit. Yes. He can take on any form he wants to take on. He's in me. He looks like me. He looks like you. He's in all of us. Amen. Amen. Somebody give God a praise. Because God is a spirit. He takes on the form of who he wants to. The Bible says he spoke to a donkey, an ass. He he called him.
That's right.
He spoke to him.
That's right.
If God can use a duck, he can sure use me. Amen, somebody. If God can use a duck, he can sure use a woman. He can use a boy. He can use a girl. He can use whoever he. Somebody give God a praise. If you want to be used, I don't care how old you are, how young you are. If you want to be used, call the name of Jesus. Call that name in the morning. Call on the evening. Call at noonday. Call on that name. Anybody say Jesus. There's power. Power. So this man was in a dilemma. God had healed his servant, but now he was in trouble. But the people remembered what he had done. And was nice to them. See, it's good to be nice to folks. And they were so nice to him, he built them a synagogue. So when he needed some help, they thought about Jesus. Look at your next to you, when you need some help, you better think about Jesus. Look at me and say, when you need some help, you better think about Jesus. He's the rock of my salvation. He's my bright and morning star. He's better than 10,000. He's better than anything I know in this world. He's better. He's better. He's better. He's better. He's better.
Glory to God. Yes, he is.
He is better.
Yes, he is.
Now, the mountain where Jesus just had preached he was very near to the Sea of Galilee in Capernaum, where Peter's home was by the side of the sea as well. Now, these two places was very near, in fact, just a few miles apart. See, God has set things up. Look at somebody and say, God got it set up. Amen. When you think God, things going crazy, God just set things up. Amen. If you ever been in that place, living, seeing like when nothing going right, and all of a sudden God got it set up. I heard Dr. Miller say this once, I feel something better to happen. I tell you, I feel the same way. I feel like God got it set up. And amazing, I want to be in God's setup. Set this thing up. I want to be in the midst of it. I want to be there when it's set up, in the beginning, in the middle, and in the end. Somebody give God a praise. Don't pass me by. Don't just go say God. Pass me by. Glory to God. Don't go by. Just let me touch you. Like the woman with the itch of blood. Just let me touch you. I want to get near to you. I want to feel you. I want to touch you. Touch me, Lord. Touch me, Lord. Feel your presence on me. Somebody give God a praise. Touch me. Touch me. Touch me. Oh, Jesus. Woo. Please. Don't pass me by. Please. Glory to God. Luke 17:2. And a certain centurion servant who was dear to him was sick and ready to die. A centurion was a captain over 100 men. He was probably in the Roman legion. This centurion here, and probably the same person in Matthew, is the first mention of person with this rank. We see Cornelius, an early convert to the Christianity, was also a centurion. The servant was loved by his centurions, possibly. His aide or something. Many times a servant lives in your home. like a member of their family. That is probably what is intended here. You know, a lot of times in the old days, they had living people. They lived in the house they worked for. They call it living help. They stayed on the property. And many of them was willed certain things after the owner died.
Yes.
Amen? And when you got that type of position, you had rank in the black community. Because you worked with Mr. Big Shot. And he could speak certain things and things happen. Because you worked in his house. So he had great authority because he lived in the same house as the centurion. Luke 7:3 said, when he heard of Jesus, he sent unto him the elders of the Jews, beseeching him that he would come and heal his servant. This centurion had heard of all the wonderful miracles that Jesus had performed, and he believed that Jesus was no mere man. He felt that Jesus had the power beyond normal men. He sent the elders to speak to Jesus because he thought that they would have more influence than he had in getting Jesus to come and to help his servant than he would. This centurion believed that Jesus healed. He knew in his heart that Jesus would help his servant. See, even the sinner knew who Jesus was. Yes. And the question today to you, do you know who Jesus is? Yes. If a sinner knew he had power, and he was just not an ordinary man, but he had power to do many great things, even raise the dead, even heal the sick. You tell me, why don't we know Jesus in his fullness? Somebody give God a praise and say, I want to know you in your fullness. Yes. We know about him, but do you know him? Do you know him in his suffering? But it's best to know somebody to know about them. Amen, somebody. Luke 7:4 said, and when they came to Jesus, they besought him instantly, saying that he was worthy for whom he shall do this. Luke 7:5, for he loved our nation, and he has built us a synagogue. These elders were from the synagogue. They would do just about anything for this centurion because he loved these Hebrews and even built them a synagogue. The person they were saying was worthy was not the servant, but the centurion. So I don't care how you get, every now and then you're going to need some help. Just because you're a whole lot of folks and you think you got it going on, don't you get the little guy. Don't you get the small and insignificant person you think ain't nobody. Don't you forget the one that you may think is big on a totem pole. And you feel like they got all the answers. But there's a little mother sitting on the corner, had been through with God a long time, had been through hell and high water, and know what it is to struggle. Hallelujah. But you go to the big wigs and don't go to the little mother or the little brother. But I come to tell you, God can use the little person to get his message across. Don't you ever look over nobody in the house of God, because everybody is somebody. Hey, glory to God. Just because you can't give $100, thank God for the pennies. Thank God for the dime. Don't get it wrong. Don't get it twisted now. I love to get the $100, $200. Ain't nothing wrong with that. But I'm not going to disrespect the one that can't give a dime. Somebody give God a praise. Don't you look over. One day, that dime might turn into thousands. So don't, because they will remember when you walked all over top of me and then treat you like nobody. Don't you forget the little thing. If you can't give, thank God for just being here. Somebody give God a praise. Hallelujah. So think about, he was looking at, it's not the centurion, not the master, but not the servant, it's the master need help now. Now the master went
to you for the servant, now the master's in trouble. Now we're going to get some help for him. He helped us through a storm. So don't forget, folks, saints, that one to help you through your storm. You get on top of the mountain, you ain't worried about nobody but you. But you might have to back in the valley. Don't get too big. Don't get too big. Don't get too smart. You don't want to hear nobody. But this servant remembered what God had done for him. He remembered that my boss is in trouble. Saints, you can help somebody sometime. It should not always be about you. Every day look around, Lord, 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 this, Lord, I need this. Never think about anybody else. Never pray, Lord, if anybody's going through storm, Lord, Lord, bless their house, Lord. Bless their marriage, bless their relationship, Lord. Lord God, they're in trouble, Lord, but you can answer prayer. And there's one sister in her walk. She come in church with a king. Lord, touch her body. But see, it's all about me. Lord, I need a house. I need a car. I need a husband. I need a wife. I need this, that. We don't ever consider anybody else because we're too busy begging for ourselves. But this man, so don't forget about it. The centurion. Luke 7:6 says, then Jesus went unto them, and when he was near, not far from the house, the centurion sent friends to him, saying unto him, Lord, trouble not thyself, for I am not worthy that thou shouldst enter under my roof. See, he humbled himself. He was in power. People, he could send one here, one there, and he had great authority. But your power in the world will mean nothing when you die. This man's at the point of death. Your money can't do no good. If Steve Jobs could have lived with his money, he'd been living now. But his money couldn't keep him here for so long. The Rockefeller, the Vanderbilt, many billionaires would be here today. If that was the case, the poor would die and the rich would live, but it don't work like that. But he realized this centurion was a humble man. Look at your neighbor, you better be humble. It takes strength to be humble. It takes power to be humble, saints. You got to get out of your comfort zone. You got to get out of yourself. He felt unworthy for Jesus to come into his house. This centurion realized that Jesus is truly God. Now, who told him he was truly God? But because he had heard of the great miracles, the blind eyes, and one with issue of blood, and lion raised from the dead, he had heard all these things. So it's important, say, when God is moving in your life, tell somebody. When God is moving in your home, in your church, wherever you are, you need to tell somebody. You need to win. Like Sister Bella was saying about that young lady. That young lady was there all by herself. But God stopped her on her path. She could say, I don't have time. I'm late for work. I got to get where I'm going. But sometimes God will stop you in your track. And let you know somebody needs you. So your job is not only in the church, your job is out of these walls. People talk about, I'm coming to church and serving the Lord. You're not serving the Lord. The God is serving you. You'll get the blessing of God while you're here. When you go out, you should be fortified. You be power and strength to go out to a dying world and say, Jesus is alive. You need to be fortified to the point you can go out and say, you know what? Lord, moved by this Sunday, I felt the power of God. And you know that same Jesus is in me, he be in you, if you let him come in your life. That's right. What about this Jesus? He's an awesome God. Can you see him? No, I can't see him, but he's all around. Just like when you're flying a kite, when the kite go out of sight, you can't see the kite, but you can feel the tug on the string. You can feel it. Have you ever seen him? I've never seen him, but I felt his anointing. How you know it's real? You don't know the wind. You can't see the wind, but you know it's real. You know when the wind blows, you can feel it, can't you say? But you can't see it. But you can see the results of the wind. My Lord. Therefore, 7:8 says, "For I also am a man set on authority, having under me soldiers. And I say to one, go, and he goeth. And another, come, and he cometh. To my servants, do this and do that." He had power and authority. And I see today how people misuse power and authority. Not only in the world, but in the church as well. If you are out of order and doing things you want to do, it's a time when you're going to be like centurion. You're going to need it. You might be doing well now, but you can wait and you can watch it. Your time is coming. And it's going to be so horrendous that you're going to be able to take it. That's why it's best to keep your business straight with the Lord saying. I tell people I don't have no hell to put you in and no heaven. Only thing I do is live the life and set an example. It's up to you. It's up to you. But if you miss heaven, it's your fault. See, people will drag you away from your blessing. I told every minister that's been in this church, people have pulled away from the ministry. Everyone, from Bishop's son, my son on down. They don't want you when you're not doing well. They want you when you're doing good. But don't get it twisted. They want you to use you. And when they use you, they're going to get another crop of young people coming along. And they get them, they're going to use them. In other words, they prostitute you for their own benefit. I see it all the time. If you can sing, they'll use you. Come on, sing over here. If you can preach, come on. Give us a service. I took one down this week. No, we have a service here. This comes first. And don't you know, saints, I'm living the good life. At 72, I don't have a whole lot of aches and pain in my right mind. Amen. Still love my wife. Amen. Love her more than I did at first. I just love her more and more. Amen. God give me good eyesight. I can see. He give me active in my limb. I can walk. I thank God for you. I take that stuff serious. Because folks are a whole lot younger than I am in a rest home. I can still dance. I can still dance. I can still jump. Everybody know what I'm talking about. All the 70 years old, get up and jump a little bit. Everybody set the jump. We still got it. We still got it. We still got it. Hell, we ain't dead. Glory to God. We ain't dead. We can move on. We are to the leader. We ain't dead. Somebody give God a praise. See, you ought to be glad. So you ought to be glad. Glory to God. Nobody had to turn you over this morning. Nobody had to get you out of bed. Nobody had to fix your food. Nobody had to curate your food. You was able to dress yourself. You was in your right mind. You drove to church in your right mind. You got young folk that lost their mind. You got young folk that lost their health. You got people having a heart attack and stroke everywhere. And you were able to do what you do. Now we're going to go a little further. Now about 60 crowd get up. If you're ashamed, about 60 crowd get up. And give us a praise. Woo! crowd, get up, give God praise. Come on, ladies, give us some praise. Bring it on down. Now, 20 cards, I'm going to get around the way. I know y'all do better. I ain't starting to jump. I ain't starting. Nobody jump, nobody skill. Hey, y'all 60 talking to 20-year-old, they know how to jump. Show them how to jump, 60s. Now 20, y'all gonna let them old folks out jump y'all. Now, teenagers. All right. Now, the rest of the group. Come on. Come on, David, Desmond, Mario. We don't know, come on. Come on. There you go. Songwriter said long years ago, when I was in sin, I had no hope, no peace within. Peace within. Down on my knees, in my agony, I prayed to Jesus, and He gladly set me free. He set me free, saints of God. Hallelujah. Never shall I be what? Never shall I forget this day. God saved me, saying, I shall never forget the day when I was baptized in His name. I never forget how God filled me with the power of the Holy Ghost. I didn't get it one day. I didn't get it 2 days. I didn't get it 1 week. I didn't get it 1 year. I didn't get it 2 years. It took me 3 years, but I got it. Special oil take a long time, saints. Special oil, you got to wait. That was a special one I thank God for today. Because so many that started out with me, they're not here today. Many of them said the Holy Ghost long before I received it. But one thing about it, saints, Whatever God gives you, you can keep it. You ain't gonna lose it. It's forever. The centurion was not only humble, but very wise. He more than the scribes or the ones he sent. In fact, more and more, the religious people of this day realize that Jesus has authority over everything. I say he has authority, not just over 100 people or 1,000 people, but he got authority over everybody. People say, well, I got 5,000, I got 20,000, I got 50,000. Jesus looked at him and laughed. I got the whole world in my hand. And you bragging about what you have. I can blow upon it, and it's gone in a matter of seconds. You don't have anything. It all belongs to him. You can use it. He gives you permission to use it, but when you leave here, you got to turn it back over to him.
That's right.
Everything you got that you own. Jesus has power and authority over disease. He knows. He has authority over every man's minor or major problems. He has power over everything. People say the president is the most powerful man in the world. Not in this world. Jesus is the most powerful man over everything. You don't have a most of 8-year term. Jesus from eternity, he's from the Alpha to Omega. He's from the beginning to the end. He has no ending. He has no beginning. He's always been God. He has thought of everything. Luke 7:9, when Jesus heard these things, he marveled at him and turned him about and said to the people that followed him, I say unto you, I have not found so great a faith, no, not in Israel. Look what he's saying. People that was nobody had more power with God than people that was in church, the synagogues. Folks had less faith and less power than the one that was even saved. So I didn't say no greater faith, not even in Israel. That's something to say. Stop doubting God and believe Him.
Amen.
I don't know what you're facing. Stop doubting Him.
Yes.
I used to. No, forget about used to. Forget about all what happened yesterday. Yesterday's gone. You can't change it. If this or if that. No, that's gone. What can I do for you today?
Yes.
How can I please you today?
Yes, yes.
All my past mistakes, they're gone. I can't change that. I can deal with today.
Yes, yes, yes.
When the day is gone, you got to deal with the next day. But he said, every day I give you brand new mercies. Every moment. I live in expectation. Say, I live in hope, knowing that God's going to do it. If He don't do it today, He's going to do it tomorrow. When tomorrow comes, He's going to do it tomorrow. I'm going to keep on trying to get what God has for me. I'm not going to give up on my dreams. I'm not going to give what God has promised me. I'm going to hold on to what God has said to me. Yeah, I failed, but I got back up. Yes, I went through a storm, but I'm not in the storm anymore. I'm giving God a praise for my future. And I'm thanking God for my past. But I'm thanking God for my right now. I'm giving God praise right now. Now faith. I'm thinking hope for and everything. I'm thanking God right now. I know my now is right now. Somebody lift your hands and thank you for my now. Thank you for my now. Thank you for my now. Yes, troubles in my past. Yes, in my past. I'm thanking God for my now. I'm not sleeping on the bridge. I got money in my pocket. I got a place to live. I'm gonna have it. I don't worry about what I lost. Don't worry about what you lost. Oh, I found something. I learned that thing. Because the enemy would keep you in the past. You You can't get in your future because you're still living in the past. You ever served with this gentleman, this lady had divorced her husband, and she found a good person, loved and cared about her so much. But she couldn't get out of her past marriage. Her past marriage destroyed her present marriage because she was still living in the past. You can destroy good stuff by living in your past. Live in your now, saints. Whatever your now is, enjoy it. Enjoy it. Enjoy your now. Don't let anybody shake your now. Sometimes you just need to get in your car, just you and the Lord, and ride. And talk, Lord, I thank you. I'm so blessed. Lord, I'm so blessed. All I do is say, Lord, I'm so blessed. Get low gas, stop me some more, and just keep riding. Sometimes you need some quality time, just you and the Lord. You can't get in the home, phone ringing, people coming by. But when you get in your car, that is your place of worship. Plug on your music. Start humming. And before you know it, all your troubles are gone. It's a beautiful experience. Just to be with you and the Lord. My wife and I normally, she has time to go on vacation by herself. I carried her to Maryland. She was up there for a conference. Put her in a hotel, made sure she was comfortable. It was hard leaving her there, but she needed that quality time by herself. And I drove back to North Carolina and came back to Maryland and picked her up. That's my job. That's my job. But she needed that time to reflect and be around other women, other pastors' wives, and other just people in church. Saying it's good. It's good because whatever God gives you, you can't take what you have no way. If God gives you, who can take what God gave you? Amen. If God didn't give it to you, anybody can take it. Right? But when God gives you something, it's yours. It's yours. Yes. She needs some time. Glad that she give me time. She know I'm coming back home. So we have to learn to trust God. Yes. Even if you don't trust an individual, you trust in God. That He will fix things and make it all right. Amen. Y'all believe that, saints? You're not Siamese twins. You can't carry her everywhere you go, but you can't carry her where she goes. Y'all ain't sold made with each other. You gotta have some freedom. That's what makes a strong relationship. It's strong. And I thank God for having a safe companion. Amen. Safe companion. But saints, we are all going to this or that. Right? Either this or that. It is good or it's bad. But you got to go through. You got to make it, saints. You got to make it, saints. Stand on your feet. I got to make it. I got to make it. I got to make this journey. Oh, yeah. I got to make this journey, Sometimes you got to go on by yourself. But you got to make the journey. You got to keep on pushing. When things look bad in your life, you got to push through. Hallelujah. So Lord, give me the strength to make it another day. Sometimes it's one day after another, but you got to keep pushing forward. I might have to walk all by myself, but Jesus said you'll never leave me nor forsake me. You'll be with me to the end. And I believe I just got to keep on moving. Some days I got to keep on moving. Hallelujah. Sometimes you got to go by yourself, but you can't give up, Sister King. You can't give up, Sister Jack. You got to push through this thing. I feel like, Lord, stop worrying about what you lost.